Hey guys, this is Nifty Culture. I'm Nifty Mike. We got Malachi, John, Rob, pretty much the whole team here. It's been yet another crazy week. I know I always say that.
Another one.
Another crazy week. I was so excited this week for a lot of projects, and like half the stuff I was excited about has just not panned out because of bugs.
You got to tell me, man.
These programmers need to get their act together. That's my intro. Rob, what you got going on?
With the fucking hammer.
Yes. Dude, Pack had a bug. The Mutants versus Apes couldn't launch because they couldn't some kind of a process approval. It's crazy. Like the big projects. How are the little guys doing it so well? No bugs. And then the big guys with literally almost hundreds of millions of dollars of funding. Well, probably hundreds of millions. Not executing. That being said, I think the Pack premise is really sweet.
I think that the whole idea is awesome. I agree. Super innovative.
Yeah, whoever created the DAO, that was a smart cookie.
That was a smart idea.
Yeah. Next time NFT Culture DAO, Mike, let's make it happen.
Great idea.
On the next, we got a Beeple is put out a secret tweet about, or not a tweet, but a message in his private Discord about how this whole Pack thing has opened his eyes as far as like getting access to a wide audience is kind of how he saw it. But he's still super into preserving value for his existing holders. So I don't know if he'll do anything soon, but we'll see.
I know y'all did a whole stream dedicated to this, but just run down real quick for the folks watching. I knew it had something to do with you. You minted,
and for you, John,
and you
and
could
for you.
Yeah, for me.
Okay. And I just want to get.
He's probably going to ask something that's been on the website for like 3 days.
Malachi's going to say,
"You know what to do."
Website 3 weeks ago.
You know what to do. Let it happen. Let it rock, Mally.
Yeah. So I mean, merge was nice. Merge was interesting because basically what it was is he was selling you almost like parts of a Nifty, or selling you like Nifties. They referred to it later as Nifties in bulk. So, everybody went and bought a whole bunch of stuff, and that stuff translated into 28,000 unique Nifties. So it didn't matter whether you bought one or 12,000. It all worked out to be one single Nifty that you received. The reason for this system was because it was supposed to be a game of extinction, as Pack said, where basically there's a mechanism built into the contract where you can destroy other Nifties. Granted, in order to destroy a Nifty, you would have to give someone something of greater value. So, for instance, one of the attributes that the collection had was the color of the Nifty. There was 4 colors: red for the top 5 in the mint, yellow for the top 100 in the mint, and then a random set of 50 blue, and then everybody else was black. So, if you had a black Nifty and you wanted to destroy a blue Nifty, basically what you could do is send a black Nifty of greater mass to the person who held the blue Nifty, and it would erase it effectively. Granted, that person would then have your Nifty plus their old mass, so they would have a more valuable thing in its place, but you would have effectively erased one of those 50 blue Nifties, then there would only be 49 blue Nifties. So it's kind of a really interesting concept. And then he also created a couple different layers to how the competitions could unfold. There's also a system based on the last 2 IDs, the token numbers. So people who all had the last 2 digits, 22, for example, could have the same competition to see who was the last person to survive with the 22 Nifty. The problem is there was a bug in the contract, because basically he was doing, or Manifold or whoever, him and Manifold were doing fancy stuff in the contract to make this merging system work. There's a bug where if you sold a Nifty to someone, it retained a pointer to your wallet. So then later, so you set, like, let's say you didn't buy one in the mint and I sold you a Nifty. Later, if I bought another Nifty, it would actually unsell the one that you had gotten back to me. And so you would basically be SOL. You would have paid, you know, an ETH or 10 ETH or 20 ETH for something, and then you just would have nothing now. And I would have not only whatever I had just bought, I would also have the one that I sold to you, have it back. So they put, as best as they could, they put a freeze on OpenSea and Nifty Gateway. And now they're trying to figure out how to unwind this mess. Nifty Gateway is being super duper careful about not referring to it as a bug, because technically Nifty Gateway didn't have a bug. It was a bug in the contract, which is controlled by Manifold. So it's going to be a tricky situation. There were people who sold their Nifties for hundreds of thousands of dollars on Nifty Gateway.
Hundreds of thousands.
And apparently they're going to get reissued a Nifty. And Nifty Gateway.
And now the bug is it's gonna be permanent. Pac posted a video of Bob Ross saying like, "There's no mistakes. There's only happy little accidents."
Well, it's a happy little accident for that dude who sold his Nifty for $200K and is going to get a equal one back. And then what Nifty Gateway is going to do, supposedly but not guaranteed, is they're going to refund that $200K back to that buyer. So they're going to eat any of those secondary sales, or at least that's
I'm
something
sure.
that's
I'm
been
sure
proposed.
Pac is going to.
Yeah, he'll be like, no problem. I got
He has to be the one to pay it. It's not Nifty. Like
That's nothing.
Again, I'm with the poets and the pages.
Come
and
on,
the cube.
you made 90 million. It's nothing.
It's all good.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You guys all bought it, right? All of you all bought.
You didn't buy it,
Mike. But there's no colors in it.
No.
Yeah, there are.
There's colors in the. Really?
There's 150 out of 28,000 that have a color.
Wow.
So it's very rare.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. When the mid price. Go ahead,
Is
Mike.
yours
Here's
color?
a crazy mechanic.
Anyone has a color?
Yeah. Since Rob brought this up, okay.
I didn't spend enough money to get a color.
Well, it applied to any mass. The 50 blues. There's about 30 or so one mass blues. Here's the crazy thing. Okay, you just pulled a lottery ticket. You had $400. You don't own a pack. All you did is had $400. You bought one single mass in this drop, right?
Mm-hmm.
You roll a 50 out of 28,000 pack piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a pack piece, but it has one mass and it's blue. It's worth who knows how much money. A lot of money. Here's the thing. Anybody can screw you up by sending you mass now and kill your blue. The only choice you have is to take every credit card you own and every Ethereum you own and pack mass onto that little blue dot so that people can't destroy it.
Wow.
Is it a pale blue dot? No,
Dude, this
Carl
is
Sagan reference. No, got it.
So, Mike, I got a question. If you bought this on Nifty Gateway, how would they do that? Because it's like it's a group wallet on Nifty Gateway. How would they be able to?
It's designed purposefully for that.
Yeah, this is my theory of why the bug's there. Since they were minting this on Nifty Gateway, their code has two major branches. It has like the transfer function and the merge function. It has a branch. It's all one function, but it has one deliberate set of code that's focused on handling the Nifty Gateway scenario, and then the normal cases.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just classic developer situation where you're so afraid that this abnormal thing you're doing is going to be perfect. You spend all your time obsessing over that. Then you forget about this other scenario, which is the scenario when they're not on Nifty Gateway. So I think because of the extra complication they had to add into these functions, it caused them to put less scrutiny on what would happen after the mint was done. And I think that's why they had this bug. That's my explanation for it.
My mind is blown. I don't understand how you send mass to somebody else on Nifty Gateway. How do you do that?
It's just built into so they have, well, there's two things that are built in. One is in the transfer function, it's built in to know whether it's going to Nifty Gateway or not. And then there's another thing is there's an external function that Nifty Gateway can call that will do the merge operation, even though a transfer didn't occur.
Enough with the pack talk. It's crazy, and it's like they're gonna figure it out. And I think like if anyone can make hay off of this situation, it's gonna be pack, right? Like I think that like the amount of volume and the size and everything else. And then there's the game theory of like, was part of this intentional? Like what's actually going on with this? The only downside I saw was that, and it turned out to not be an issue, but the pack bug occurred right before the Thank You X whitelist was going to occur. And I think like that was a big concern for a lot of folks, which turned out to not be as big of a deal. But, you know, Thank You X launched a piece, 500 NFTs called Subtraction. It's a great project. It basically doubled right after the fact. And it's MP Co's, like, who's big artist on Super Rare, were able to come together. And like some of these pieces are just truly like magnificent when you think about like the let's see how it looks. But like there's just a lot of cool art. You know, it's interesting to see a lot of people right now. And y'all know I'm a big fan of Thank You X. I've been a big fan for a long time. I think Thank You X is one of the most important people in the space today as a mentor for a lot of the artists, including Blau, including Ferocious. Just the fact that Thank You X has been here as a pioneer and visionary is really cool. And so when you think about a lot of these types of things, it's exciting to see. But like the drop was occurring, the pre-sale, if you had a Thank You X piece, was occurring as like the pack bug reached critical mass, and Manifold was helping with both of those. And so it's like, once again, if you're on a boat and you have a leak and you have a fire, which one do you put out first? And so
let them both neutralize themselves. Leak and
burn the boats.
Yes.
Yeah, that was kind of a tough situation Thank You X got in, because of course the bigger customers always kind of win on that situation, those urgent situations. But
yeah,
I'm glad that in his case, I'm glad that their stuff cleared up. And did they just abort the pre-sale and do the regular mint? Was that the?
No, they got it worked out. They delayed it about 45 minutes. Pre-sale came in. We all got it. It's funny, like only there were 500 pieces, and it was funny. In our Discord, I was sitting there and like 200 sold out in the pre-sale of the 500, and then like it went like 10 minutes, and I said, like, because I'm an idiot, sad face. 260 left or whatever. And then it was like 73 left, sold out, like within 5 minutes. And then the price just doubled. It's a great project. And it's cool to see like these collabs. It's cool to see everyone doing the things that they're doing. But like, it was just a weird week, like you said, Mike, like everything that was going on. But, the exciting news is, John and I met today with NFT.Land.
Oh,
that's going to be a big deal. We want to talk about that for a minute.
That's in Vegas, right?
We're going to be staying at the real Caesar's Palace.
Is there a fake?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Bro, have you guys ever watched that movie?
No.
The Hangover?
Let me tell you.
Yeah, we watched it.
The Caesar's Palace has the best day spa. The best steam rooms, best all that stuff. Love it. My dad and I went there. Hung out. It was awesome.
Well,
spend like a day there. We'll do a recovery day there.
I can tell you all that whoever you are, NFT.Land, March 22nd through the 25th.
All right, that's when it's at.
Yeah, whether you have an NFT culture token or not, this is going to be the biggest event, in my opinion, ever, for a bunch of reasons. For NFTs, like John and I were talking about the logistics, some of the things that lessons learned from New York, lessons learned from Art Basel, the capacity of Las Vegas, the innovation of screens, Jimmy.eth,
the proliferation of screens there in Vegas.
Yeah, and just like, even when I went with my wife to Vegas, a while before. Like there was the Grills Gang party that was there. Like there's just so much. I think when you think about spring break, the end of spring break, NFTs, all of the stuff that's going to be happening, and what's going on there. There's going to be massive parties. Zed, Blau. I
That's
don't
home
want to say,
turf.
yeah, Liam
That's home
Payne's
turf.
going to be there. These are all announced. Paris Hilton, Gary V. We're going to be there. Shout out to Fan Chain, and like we're thankful and super excited. This is going to be one of the most massive events. I think when you think about what's going to be happening in 2022, when you think about what's going to occur between January and March with NFTs, and then we're going to have this. This is going to be the can't miss event of the year, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Looks
for
like
sure.
it from the graphics.
Yeah, just to piggyback on what Mal was saying, I think the key takeaway from the conversation this morning that really stuck with me and resonated was the fact that if you went to NFT NYC or you went to Art Basel, like the first thing that you realized was how spread out everything was. So trying to get around and see everything, almost impossible. That's what's really resonating with me is this is going to be really concentrated, really great networking opportunity. So super pumped. And it seems like these guys are going to take the entertainment piece of this to the next level. Like I'd say that we've been early, and we're coming into. I think we're going to catch our stride as a community at this conference.
Yeah, I mean,
another thing that's interesting is this will be kind of the first major conference where it's not like already kind of a bit of a crypto hub. So NYC and Miami are both already kind of crypto hubs. So there's a lot of people. There was a little bit of a convenience aspect to both of those, not necessarily people going to a conference. So I think it gave it a little bit more of a little bit more of a laid back feel to those, I would guess, or less like, I don't know, engaged. Like if people are just going back to sleep at their own house at night, then they're not going to really be buying into the Nifty vibe.
I like that.
But in this case, I'm not sure what Las Vegas's Nifty situation is, but I'm sure it's nothing like
Vegas Nifty
NYC
situation
or-
doesn't matter though, right? Like
but that's the sweet thing about this.
You're going to Vegas because of the NFTs, and like whether you go for half a day or every day. What else is really cool about this? It's different than Art Basel and a lot different than NFT NYC, is that they're going to be implementing partially some of the tradition. So they're going to have a lot of things. They're going to have an experience, like a massive gallery. I may be leaking things that I shouldn't be leaking, but I'm really good at that.
Is it VR gallery?
No, like the history of NFTs, like an immersive experience that's going into like the evolution of NFTs. Additionally, they're going to have a traditional like not a trade show, but they're going to have like a convention center, a hall, and those.
That's what was needed. Yeah, that's
So there's going to be a lot of that as well. And then you think about these massive parties, like the massive events that are going to be happening. So when you think about like the keynote events that are going to be occurring with the biggest names and biggest speakers in the space, that's going to be incredible. And then you add in all of the ideas around all of the clubs, all of everything else. There's room for the massive events to occur during the day and the evening. And then at night, people can self-organize, whether you're Gutter Cat Gang, whether you're Top Dog Beach Club, NFT Culture. Maybe the apes come in and they do, an ape fest too there. Maybe Larva Labs gets their act together and actually shows up and provides some value for the punk holders at this event. There's so much upside that can be had from this. It's really cool.
I would love to go to a punk thing.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That's that old crypto money.
The old crypto money.
OG.
A bunch of gray hairs and white beards.
Grumpy. Give me my rights. You don't own this.
BTC Maxis there.
BTC?
Yeah.
Yep.
I do have another announcement.
Oh, good.
I got my wool.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Well, good. You got some return on your sheep.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. But yeah, so I It's actually pretty interesting. I decided I was going to gamble one so I took one of my sheep
What
and
is
played
going on?
Making wool, man.
What?
The wool,
Oh,
man. It's all about
oh,
the
it's a
wool.
wool. I thought it was milk coming out like udders or something weird.
No, it's the wool. It's my wool.
Oh, got it now. I got it.
So I took my wool and played it safe, and I got 51,000 ish. Well, I got like 65,000 wool from that one. But then I
That was a
decided,
good sheep.
yeah. Well, then I decided I'm going to play one of my sheep. I'm going to put in the Wolf.Game, and it's like I forgot the numbers.
Wolf. Now you're talking wolf with an F.
Yeah, Wolf.
Okay,
So
wolf.
there's you can do the no risk, right? So you get your wool, or you can gamble essentially, and you can risk it. And if you win the game, you get a lot more wool back. And so I gambled and I got 242,000 wool, and the price of wool has gone up to 20 cents per wool at its height. And so if the game keeps evolving, this wool game might be like owning a CryptoPunk. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Wow. There's liquidity in wool. That's my
I
first
think it's
thought.
cool that it's working finally. I think there needs to be a little bit of continued positive execution on the project. Let's see how the farmers and the land turns out. Let's see what new stuff you can mint with wool going forward. If they keep executing well, I think, it could be super valuable.
So Mal, the
You
price
have
of wool right now is, what is this, 6/10,000th of a cent? Is that right?
No.
You sure?
$ wool.
Oh no, this is one on Binance Smart Chain. Never mind. I was trying to figure out what this thing was worth.
Bro, why are you trying to bring me down?
No, he's 20 cents, bro.
Oh.
It's been a
His wool's
stressful.
expensive.
It's been a
That's like
stressful
fleece.
week. Bro, that's
3.5 cents for wool.
3.5 cents.
Okay.
That's not gonna make it.
Look, he's like Rumpelstiltskin over there, though. He can take that wool and spin it into gold. They should use that idea. They should make a Rumpelstiltskin part of that game, bro.
Now, do you have the
Awesome.
whole package? The farmer, the land, everything, or are you just sheeping it?
Bro, I'm all in. The only thing I don't have is a wolf.
Okay. Man, those wolves got down to 5 ETH for a little while.
They're down to 1.
Oh, they're down to 1?
1.9.
Bro, I don't mean to FUD your game here, but the price of wool seems to be continually dropping.
Yeah, that's what happens when the supply of wool continuously increases. Because everyone's getting access to their wool.
Probably should have taken Rob's advice and bought a real sheep.
$400 delivered, man. Real sheep.
Oh man, we are not advocating for sheep purchases or sheep futures trading.
Hey, what about that Nest graphics on NFT Gateway next week?
Is it
XCAP is
69,420?
coming up too.
Huh?
XCAP is coming up too.
So X copy says Mike, and what do you say, Malachi?
Nest Graphics. I thought it was it was gonna be 69,420 to buy it.
Wait, do what?
$69,420 to buy it.
Anybody can buy it?
For $69,420.
That's a lot of money.
Man,
he might have been joking. Hey, Ted's Little Dream is doing a drop here. Shout out to Ted. He's been on the show. He's got a $99 50 edition, but you have to own one. I own one. I'm probably
I own one. When's that coming up? Oh, it's in the drawing?
9 minutes.
It's
okay,
today?
It's a drawing though.
Yeah.
I always lose drawings, so I do like that one with the blue whale.
Did anybody win the Too Much Lag drawing?
Nope.
No.
But I did win that Slime Sunday.
Wow.
That poster. It's just a free poster.
It's a print.
Yeah, it's a print. Yeah, it's a print. I'm gonna frame that shit right here.
To call it a poster is to diminish the art.
Yeah, that's true. Print.
What else? What are we missing?
Well, actually, it says poster in their actual subject.
Slime Sunday would call it a poster.
Yeah, win a poster, it says. Poster. All right, cool.
What else?
Man, key takeaway from Art Basel?
What? Dude, what about What about the Nest graphics thing? That's the only thing you've heard, man. Was it's going to be $69,000? That's it.
No, I mean I've seen it. In Ness's private Discord, he's talked about it a little bit. So I can actually drop a little bit of information. There's going to be logistics version 0.02. It's going to be an edition of 25. It's going to be $6,000. It's available for Logistics 1 and NFT key holders. Part 2, one entry per Nest NFT on December 11th. So if it doesn't sell out on December 10th, which it will, it'll be available to anyone who owns that. So Mike and I both have the Nest graphics that we'd have to deposit on Nifty Gateway. I have mine there. So it's like 1.5 ETH to buy your next piece of Nest graphics. The next one is DMCA, $3,000, 30 edition, drawing for any collectors who have one Nest NFT, and the remaining 20 editions are available for anyone, but you have to have 5 NFTs on Nifty Gateway. For me personally, both the 6,000 and the 3,000 version are no-brainers to buy.
Is that art up yet?
It is.
Oh, okay. Is it up on Nifty Gateway?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay. Share out that link.
Do you guys see this Nifty Gateway Recur Pass? Have you seen this? What is this? A Nifty Gateway. 1 day, 24 hours, never again. Get ready for your Recur Pass, your personal ticket to the biggest brands in sports, entertainment, and collectibles.
Yeah.
I think they had Hello Kitty as one of the brands.
Yeah,
But
Hello
what
Kitty,
is-
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What is this?
Bro, Recur was actually invested in by, it's on the website, in March. They received $5 million of funding from some of the top people in the space in March. They were going to launch during the summer, but they ended up launching in December. But they're working with brands like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What's really interesting is we don't know how many were sold. So basically what they said is Recur is going to be for sale once, and then after the fact, they're going to have 10% more. So if 80,000 sold out, they have 8,000 for sale in the future. Rumors on the street were that it's only like 5,000 sold out. So like this project is going to have like crazy value if they're working with those brands. Like think about the opposite of Vivi. Think about like if there was a middleman or a middleware in between it, that people that bet on Recur early were able to like be able to have access to these NFTs, where like with Vivi, they release 30,000 and they make them available. Well, let's say Recur makes 10,000 available, but the supply, you could buy 5 and then you could resell them to someone else. But because you bet on it early, you're now able to be that liaison.
Well, shit, for $300, I would have bought one.
Bought 2.
What?
Did you really? You bought 2 now?
I was going to buy one and you told me not to buy one.
Why don't you tell us, bro?
I didn't think about it.
About Recur the other day.
Man.
I didn't know all the
You
details.
talked me out of it. I thought it was a no-brainer.
Well, Mike, if you had bought it, it would have failed.
Oh my God.
Hey, speaking of Clone X, it's up, man. Floor is up. It's looking good.
Dude, Rob, I literally was telling Malachi, I was like, hey, don't forget to buy this Recur thing. He's like, I already bought 2. And I was like, oh, okay, I was about to buy one. And then Mal's like, nah, man, don't buy one.
Because he's going to give you one of his.
That's what I said. I said, look, if it turns out to be valuable, I'll sell them one at cost.
Yes. See?
Yeah.
The one thing I was wondering about Recur Pass, though, is it a consumable pass, or is it one of those things where you only get a mint one time or something with it?
It's not like the Tom Billy where like you get like it's access.
Okay, so it just gets you onto whitelist automatically or something like that.
Yeah, but I bet like depending on how many they sold out, and the rumors are that it hasn't. I didn't block my. So I'm gonna piss someone else off. Maybe if you had transferred me that page, I would have told them to buy the Recur. Poet. I'm joking.
Is it on OpenSea? Is it on OpenSea now?
No, they're here's the other thing. they're not going to mint them until the end of the weekend. Here's the other thing is that you're not going to be able to do anything with them for a few weeks. Here's the other thing is that they're not going to be doing the first drop on recur until February. So all those things combined, I'm like, yeah, I don't want the secondary. You won't be able to move them until at least like probably after Christmas. So like for me, it was just a risk adverse thing. And after Mechaverse, I wanted to make sure that I didn't expose my boy Mike to any risk.
Hey,
So you pumped
$300 is
than
different.
30,000, or I need to price stuff in terms of ETH. 0.1 ETH and 7 ETH,
Different.
big difference. Oh, stupid mechas.
Hey, I wanted to pitch you guys on one more thing.
Go.
Let's do it.
We need to do that NFT culture community meetup in North Texas.
Oh yeah,
Let's line
I'm
it
down.
up.
I know, John, you're 5 hours away, even though you're still in the state.
I'll do it. Happy to.
I'm thinking about a brewery, but do you think there's enough people in Fort Worth or that would drive to Fort Worth?
Yeah.
Let's plan it. I've been talking to NFT freaks. I've been talking to Reese. I've been talking to a lot of people.
Dude, Joff called it. Put that up there, man. You got it. Yes. 100%. 100%.
Shout out to Joff.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Dude, I'm sorry. As soon as I get one, I'll send it.
No, it's all good.
Man.
It's okay for us not to all pile into the same stuff. It's better for us all to win on
Mal, I'll
stuff.
send you 400 right now for it.
Hey, don't start negotiating.
Yeah, I'll send you 450.
500.
Oh, jeez. Well, I only buy stuff at mint price, so except for mechas.
Lesson learned.
That's so funny.
Man, I can't wait for that Takashi Murakami reveal.
Dude, how's that coming? When is it?
Dude, the floor keeps rising. It's awesome.
It's
Yes.
insane.
Yeah.
I keep getting offers 30% below. It's double in price at 2 ETH. You can probably sell for near 4 now.
Nice.
Here's the thing. I think that and looking at the art and looking at Takashi continuously pumping it, I think it's the next Bored Ape Yacht Club.
I do too.
Or is it the next Mechaverse?
No, it's Bored Apes all the way.
No.
Here's
I
the
think
thing.
it's good.
Here's how it's going to play out. Well, for starters, I told you guys not to buy it, so maybe I'm still got the Mechaverse curse. So maybe y'all not listening to me is why it's going to do well. But that being said, if the way these projects go is if the creators don't do anything with them after the reveal, the project's going to go to crap. So you need to try to project, are they going to keep trying to build this experience after the reveal? If the answer is yes, then you hold it. If the answer is no, then you wait till right before the reveal and you dump it. But
hey, Joff, I need you to say in the comments, can I leak some alpha?
Hey, where can we see it? Can I see it on OpenSea right now?
On Artifact?
It hasn't been revealed.
It's on Artifact?
Yeah.
Just look for RTFKT clone vial, or just search for clone vial.
Here's the thing, like the issue that Mechaverse had that was like not going for it was the fact that they were all way too similar.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong one. Oh man, Tesla Little Dreams live. Oh, time to enter. Hold on, let me turn this off.
And just by all measurements, 250, a Discord that's completely full of people, so much so that people can't join the Discord, is an indicator of a healthy community.
That's here. The exception to the rule is it's Takashi Murakami.
Mm-hmm.
The exception to the rule, it's Artifact, who have had Artifact isn't pack, but they've had a lot of successful drops before, right? So it's not the difference between Artifact and Mechaverse, Takashi Murakami and Mechaverse is wild. The other thing is if you look at all of the attributes and everything else, it's crazy Takashi Murakami stuff. And so where Mechaverse was unlucky, because it was two Lego pieces that looked slightly different or an attribute. It's do you have a squid hat or are you spitting fire out of your mouth? There's a lot more variety. Granted, the variety doesn't necessarily resonate with everybody, but there's at least that level of variety. And so I think that that's one thing that may be seen as valuable for folks, if that makes sense.
I'll tell you why I ended up minting it. And it's because they started with that Dutch auction that was just dropping and dropping and dropping and had negative momentum. And for whatever reason, team or community or what have you, they stopped it and they restarted it with a flat mint at 2 ETH. That's how Mal and I minted it too. And I was in the Discord when that happened, and there were so many angry people in the Discord crying about having minted at the start of the Dutch auction, saying you changed the rules and I want a refund. I could tell just by the vitriol this project was going to rock it. There were so many upset people. You knew everybody's like, I'm not buying this thing. I'm not minting. That's when you know everybody's minting.
Yeah, that's true. It's that inverse Discord approach. Yeah, when everybody's fearful, then you should be.
Well, there's just so much passion. I mean, it was just rage was in the Discord, and I'm like, these guys, they're gonna FOMO in hard. They're pissed. They're gonna buy more.
Wow.
I went to minted.
Well, I'm gonna wait for them to reveal then. See what happens.
Post reveal is always a 50-50 coin toss. I mean, that's why I usually would advocate for not holding through a reveal, because it's equally likely that it crashes or goes up. But if you do hold through the reveal, there's a 50% chance it could continue to climb. But if you're someone who's interested, like buying after the reveal is much less risky because you get to see what you're getting. Like every project has like trash pieces or even just pieces you don't like the aesthetic.
Yeah.
And
I think Mal was the one who said
eliminate that risk.
Yeah.
I think Mal made the comment about, was that you, Mal? You'd rather own a Meebit or would you rather own a Clone X, for 4 ETH? And so it was kind of, for me, it was like, well, I'd rather own the Clone X than be, second class in the larva family, So.
Yeah, dude, I'm down to get one, but I want to get one that looks like me or something like that,
Yeah.
There's only 16 folks watching this right now, but there's also a rumor that Nike's about to buy Artifact. I'm just throwing that out there.
Which is the Artifact. That's it.
Whoa.
Wow.
See, but there was no way
we could have known
a rumor like that. There's no way we could have known something like that.
Malachi did.
Possible.
He told me.
No, what I mean.
No, I found out like 2 days ago.
Yeah, like 2 days ago.
Totally kidding.
And that shouldn't affect the price. Like that's not definitely not financial advice. Like it's a rumor that has not been substantiated.
Yeah, we're not advocating buying this thing before mint because, like I said, it's literally 50-50 whether it goes up or down after mint.
Yes.
You might win you might have a lottery ticket. You might get the one that's a 1 of 20,000.
Yeah.
And it could be worth 200 ETH, but you also might get just hot garbage. So after mint is safer. I definitely like to pick up stuff after mint, find something that just looks visually appealing to me.
But pay more or less?
Well, if stuff is flat, I mean, in theory, a good outcome is that the market correctly predicts the price prior to mint, and then prior to reveal, the reveal happens, and then the pieces stay about the same as they were pre-reveal, and then you just go through and find one that you like, or you get a slight dip. I would say a bad outcome is what happened with Mechaverse.
I don't think they have a token.
Dude, did I tell you all I can't even enter this Ted's Little Dream drawing.
Why?
My CC got compromised today, and so now I have to add another one and go figure that out.
Ooh,
so now
I'm
going to transfer my NFT to my wife.
Is that going to work? Is it going to work? Hey, at least you got a good excuse for trying it.
That is true. That is true.
I assume they probably keep a log of what Nifties have been claimed.
Yeah. No, they do. They 100%. And they've been doing that for a long time. Like with the, there was another drop that just happened, and there was big concern because there was an arbitrage opportunity where you were able to enter this drawing on OpenSea, and so you could open the drawing on OpenSea. There was demand on Nifty Gateway, transfer it back to Nifty Gateway, sell it after it's already been claimed. It's and that also goes back to why there were a lot of questions on our token for the art to make sure if it has been claimed or not. So.
Yeah.
Why don't you just send some ETH over there? I think Swag called it out. Why don't you just send some ETH?
I can't multitask. I can barely pay attention when we're talking about a topic. Hey guys, I want to say that this has been the most fun year. I know we're going to do a couple more before Christmas, the holidays, but Christmas, and this has been an awesome year.
Cheers to
awesome
that.
And crazy.
Awesome and crazy.
Seeing Rafiq Anadol with all y'all, man.
I still want to hit one last big win before the end of the year. Is my goal.
One big last what?
One last big win before the end of 2021.
Bro, you've already won.
Break the Mechaverse curse. I still haven't really
won.
It.
Recur, bro. Recur. From Malachi.
Yeah, dude.
No, I have to do it. You can't break the curse unless you do it yourself. Has to be something that I find I like. Maybe it's Xcopy, maybe it's Ness. I don't know.
I think Ness is a no-brainer. I mean, here's the thing. I was talking to Sven of the Mad Pups when we were in New York, and you can argue right now objectively that because of the two artists that have controlled their supply over the last year better than anyone else, and this is a subjective opinion. It's going to sound like an objective opinion, and it's close to objective, but in the top realm of that are Xcopy and Nest Graphics. And so when you think about the drops that are going to occur between now and the end of the year, you're likely going to see that the volume, the size, and scope of those drops is pretty limited. So even though the price is high, there's still potentially quite a bit of upside. That's my take. In fact, I would, if I could guarantee that I would get a Nest Graphics at the 6,900, I would sell my artifact to Takashi Murakami because the Nest Graphics floor is insane right now.
Well, you'd sell the future Bored Ape. Shame.
No.
Shame.
Bro, the apes are the apes. They're the apes. All right, we got to go.
All right, party thoughts, guys. Party thoughts. I'll give mine. Art Basel. Be ready. There is a wall of money and a mountain of interest coming to the NFT space. The events were even more elaborate than in New York. I don't see it slowing down in Vegas. The interest level from funds is growing. We are still early.
Art Basel. He's so hot right now.
Yeah.
Vegas, baby.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, man. It's been fun.
All right, guys.
See y'all soon.
Later.